Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You will find the SNR drive belt used in the video through the link in the description. Before carrying out this operation, we recommend that you watch our video, 5 Things to Know When Changing a Drive Belt. This will help you to understand the essential role of this component. Turn your engine off and pull up the handbrake. In order to change the drive belt on your vehicle, you're going to have to lift the front and remove the passenger side wheel to have complete access. Unscrew the wheel nuts lift the front of the car and place it on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. You will then be able to take off the wheels. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. For safety reasons, we recommend unplugging the battery. Before carrying out this operation, we recommend that you watch our video how to replace the car battery Golf 6 1.6 TDI. You then need to remove the front mudguard on the right-hand side to access the drive belt. To do this, unscrew the screws with a Torx T27 spanner. The drive belt moves the alternator, which charges the battery, yet it also operates the power steering, the air conditioning compressor, and sometimes the water pump. Using a 16mm spanner, slacken the belt by lifting the tensioner using the indentation on the tensioner. The tensioner pulley features locking holes, which allow a locking pin to be inserted after the pulley has been slackened to hold its position securely. Once the pulley is slackened and locked, you can remove the drive belt. When you are changing the drive belt, you also have to replace the tensioner pulley. On this engine type, accessing the tensioner pulley's retaining screw requires removing many components. Start by removing the intercooler hose. Using a ratchet and a Torx 7 socket, unscrew the 2 clamps, then remove the hose. In order to gain easier access to the tensioner roller retaining screw, the air conditioning compressor needs to be removed. Using a 13mm spanner, unscrew the lower screw on the air conditioning compressor. Then remove it. Then the upper screw using the exact same tools. Move the screw aside. Then, disconnect the electrical connection of the compressor so that you can unscrew the 3rd screw on the compressor. Then remove it. You can now remove the last screw. The air conditioning compressor now has the necessary clearance to remove the next components. It is now time to remove the plastic hose from the intercooler. Using a ratchet and a Torx 30 socket, remove the hose retaining screw located next to the damper pulley. Then unscrew the 2nd retaining screw without removing it completely. Then using a screwdriver, gimbal and a 7mm socket, unscrew the hose clamp that holds the hose to the intercooler. Disconnect the sensor connector from the plastic hose using a flat screwdriver. Unscrew the cooling hose retaining lug from the plastic hose. You can now remove the hose. You now have sufficient access to unscrew the screw holding the tensioner roller, which is located above the air conditioning compressor. Using a ratchet, an extension and a 13mm socket, Unscrew the screw holding the tensioner pulley. Remove the pulley.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
You can find the SNR drive belt kit used in the video through the link in the description. Get the new tensioner pulley. Put the new tensioner pulley in place. Screw it back in with a socket wrench. Finish off the tightening with a torque wrench. You can now put the various components back in place. Reinstall the hose in the intercooler. Then screw the clamp back on. Reattach the cooling hose to the duct. Reconnect the sensor. Screw back the two screws holding the duct. Then screw the 3 air conditioning compressor screws back in. Reconnect the compressor. Reinstall the hose on the intercooler. Screw the clamps back on. Take the new drive belt. Pay attention to the mounting direction. The writing on the belt must turn clockwise. Slide the new drive belt into and around the different elements, respecting the layout from the initial assembly. To put it back in place completely, lift the tensioner pulley to remove the locking pin. Then release the pulley to tension the belt. Before starting your car again, check that the belt is properly positioned in all the pulleys. You can now put the mudguard back on. Then screw it back in. You can now put the wheel back on your vehicle and put it back on the ground. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from UseTool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.